I've been on a roll where you've been, real protective with my soul where you've been. Is your GPS even on where you've been? Matter of fact, I don't even care where you've been. Bad vibes get off of me, out of here with that fuckery. Treat my goals like property, collecting like Monopoly. I probably won't come if there's not a fee, and if that track comes stopping me, I swear both ways that cut of me. I like women and men, we're so fucking wise, need a 2020. How you hit the club and you barely got in, and we hit the bag, make it feel like that's bits for the win. So I've been on a roll where you've been, real protective with my soul where you've been. Is your GPS getting on where you've been? Matter of fact, I don't even care where you've been. Bad vibes get off of me, out of here with that fuckery. Treat my goals like property, collect them like Monopoly. I probably won't come if there's not a fee, and if they try, come stopping me, I show them my discography. I like women and men, make so fucking much, need a 2020. You'll be straight for life if I gave you my pin, even though we gave up the 90% for the window. I've been on a roll where you've been, real protective with my soul where you've been. Is your GPS even on where you've been? Matter of fact, I don't even care where you've been. Hell no, I don't even care where you've been. Hell no, see, I don't even care. Remember when we made a fucking album up that Clico? That could track my vocals, so shout out to Eric Feature. It's been building up, I guess it's friendship like Home Depot. I'm so thankful working with my best friend, she the Chico, yo! Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you been? I don't care where you been. Where you been, Cletus? Yeah, who? Clevis? Who the fuck is Cletus?
It's from
Cletus? Girl,
Ready for Presser.
we have to rap 5, 6, 7, 8. Yo. Yeah. I've been on a roll where you've been, real protective with my soul where you've been. Is your GPS even on where you've been? Matter of fact, I don't even care where you've been. Bad vibes get off of me, out of here with that fuckery. Treat my goals like property, collecting like Monopoly. I probably won't come if there's not a fee, and if that track comes stopping me, I swear both ways that cut of me. I like women and men, we're so fucking wise, need a 2020. How you hit the club and you barely got in, and we hit the bag, make it feel like that's bits for the win. So I've been on a roll where you've been, real protective with my soul where you've been. Is your GPS getting on where you've been? Matter of fact, I don't even care where you've been. Bad vibes get off of me, out of here with that fuckery. Treat my goals like property, collect them like Monopoly. I probably won't come if there's not a fee, and if they try, come stopping me, I show them my discography. I like women and men, make so fucking much, need a 2020. You'll be straight for life if I gave you my pin, even though we gave up the 90% for the window. I've been on a roll where you've been, real protective with my soul where you've been. Is your GPS even on where you've been? Matter of fact, I don't even care where you've been. Hell no, I don't even care where you've been. Hell no, see, I don't even care. Remember when we made a fucking album up that Clico? That could track my vocals, so shout out to Eric Feature. It's been building up, I guess it's friendship like Home Depot. I'm so thankful working with my best friend, she the Chico, yo! Where you at? 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 Where you been? I don't care where you been. Where you been, Cletus? Yeah, who? Clevis? Who the fuck is Cletus?
Applies $10
$10 tenders box is packed with 6 tenders, 2 sides, and 2 biscuits.
It's just a quarter, right? But what if Acorns automatically saved that quarter every time you bought...
Bugs on the beat. I'm so sorry. I got woke up inside a Rari. You know my old friends wanna party. Fucking to my songs up on my gardens. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I got woke up inside a Rari. You know my old things wanna party. Fucking to my songs up on my gardens. It's the new life, it's the do right. Feeling on myself in my pockets. You don't have to see, but you can watch it. And I'm never lost, I got the options. Tell them slow down, wake up, study. Got the fresh face with the fresh money. Not the two-face, but the protect Gemini. Lot of blue face, diamond one cut, samurai. Got the new place, so many cars can't fit in garage. Bitch, I'm living my best life. Used to shop and have to research on the price. Used to fly coach when I had to catch a flight. Yeah, I'm just moving down the roads with it. Thank God I didn't have to get a job. And I'm in my own lane, I don't have to switch cars. Every day's a good day, cause I made myself a star. I'm so sorry. I got woke up inside a Rari. Ain't no my old things wanna party. Fucking to my songs up on my bodies. I'm so sorry. I got woke up inside a Rari. Ain't no my old things wanna party. Fucking to my songs up on my bodies. I'm just moving down Melrose with it. I'm just moving down Melrose with it. I ain't coming for a friend. I'm just a talk. Got a lot of things to do. Got a business I'm a star. So don't push me. And bitch, don't treat me like no rookie. I fuck a bag up, then I boogie. Superman guys for the cookie. My niggas fry. I think I played today. I think I paid away. I think I made a way. The butter done saved the day. Smoke my brains away. It's lit. Excuse me if I'm drunk when you ask, can you take a pic? I'm so sorry. I got woke up inside a Rari. You know my old things wanna party. Bugs on the beat. I'm so sorry. I got woke up inside a Rari. You know my old things wanna party. Fucking to my songs up on my gardens. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I got woke up inside a Rari. You know my old things wanna party. Fucking to my songs up on my gardens. It's the new life, it's the do right. Feeling on myself in my pockets. You don't have to see, but you can watch it. And I'm never lost, I got the options. Tell them slow down, wait fuck a bag up, then I boogie. Superman got for the cookie. My niggas fry. I think I paid today. I think I paid your way. I think I made a way. The butter done saved the day. Smoking my brains away. It's lit. Excuse me if I'm drunk when you ask, can you take a pic? I'm so sorry. I got woke up inside a Rari. I know my old things wanna party.
Bugs on the beat.
I'm so sorry. Like I woke up inside a Rari. I know my old things wanna party. Fucking to my songs over my 30s. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I got woke up inside a Rari. I know my old things wanna party. Fucking to my songs over my 30s. It's the new life. It's the do right. Feeling on myself in my pockets. You don't have to see, but you can watch it. And I'm never lost. I got the options. Tell them slow down, wake up, study. Got the fresh face with the fresh money. Not the two-face, but the protect Gemini. Lot of blue face, diamond one cut, samurai. Got the new place, so many cars can fit in garage. Bitch, I'm living my best life. Used to shop and have the research on the price. Used to fly coach when I had to catch a flight. Yeah, I'm just moving down Melrose with it. Thank God I didn't have to get a job, and I'm in my own lane. I don't have to switch cars. Every day's a good day 'cause I made myself a star. I'm so sorry. I got woke up inside a Rari. I know my old things wanna party. Fucking to my songs over my 30s. I'm so sorry. I got woke up inside a Rari. I know my old things wanna party. Fucking to my songs over my 30s. I'm just booting down Melrose with it. I'm just booting down Melrose with it. I ain't coming for a friend, I ain't coming just to talk. Got a lot of things to do, got a business, I'm a star. So don't push me, and bitch don't treat me like no rookie. I fuck a bag up, then I boogie. Superman got for the cookie. My niggas fry. I think I paid today. I think I paid your way. I think I made a way. The butter done saved the day. Smoking my brains away. It's lit. Excuse me if I'm drunk when you ask, can you take a pic? I'm so sorry. I got woke up inside a Rari. I know my old things wanna party. Like that.
Yeah. Flashback, digital dash. He used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash. Go on a run if his truck on his ass. Load up the chopper if they tryna clash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash. He used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash. Flashback, digital dash. Flashback, digital dash. Flashback, digital dash. Shit. 9 times out of 10, he gon' die, he gon' go to jail. Let's not pretend. Look, everybody starts as a kid with a pure heart, then they turn to him. Papa died, mama died, all the nigga know is sin. Traumatized, freedom jeopardized, he just wanna win. What's a smile when you dodging strikes, dodging every pin? 15 on his head, he ain't tryna go in. 15 on his head, make the po-po grin. 5 years later, all that popo talk is just a flashback. Digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, go on a run if his truck on his ass. Load up the chopper if they tryna clash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash. I've been shunning the world, the feelings inside. I'm feeling the feet, I'm feeling the minds. Running the streets, dodging the signs. Run from the heat, stay with the iron. Talking to me, that's not a crime. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I've been sending away the feelings inside. I'm feeling the feet and feeling the minds. Running the streets, dodging the signs. Run from the heat, stay with the iron. How killing me, that's not a crime. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. Fully auto with the chopper, make a oppa drop up. This the same shit that send a nigga straight to lock up. This the system put in place they use to try to stop us. The same system put in place that niggas always fall for far from where I was. Guns, drugs, 12, come run, but I'm still a felon. If I fuck up, then I'm done. Where I'm from, niggas that don't tough up, get stomped on, and niggas that get looked at as a target get locked on. I ain't going back to jail, that's a thought. 5 years later, all that jail talk is just a flashback. Digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, go on a run if it's talk on his ass. Load up the chopper if they tryna clash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash. I've been sending away the feelings inside. I'm feeling the feet and feeling the minds. Running the streets, dodging the signs. Run from the heat, stay with the iron. How killing me, that's not a crime. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I've been sending away the feelings inside. I'm feeling the feet and feeling the minds. Running the streets, dodging the signs. Run from the heat, stay with the iron. How killing me, that's not a crime. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5.
Like that.
He used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, go on a run if it's 12 on his ass. Load up the chopper if they tryna clash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash. Shit. 9 times out of 10, he gon' die, he gon' go to jail. Let's not pretend. Look, everybody starts as a kid with a pure heart. Then they turn to him. Papa died, mama died. All the nigga know is sin. Traumatized, freedom jeopardized. He just wanna win. What's a smile when you dodging strikes, dodging every pin? 15 on his head, he ain't tryna go in. 15 on his head, make the po-po grin. 5 years later, all that popo talk is just a flashback. Digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, go on a run if it's 12 on his ass. Load up the chopper if they tryna clash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash. I've been sending away the feelings inside. I'm feeling the feet and feeling the minds. Running the streets, dodging the signs. Run from the heat, stay with the iron. How killing me, that's not a crime. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I've been sending away the feelings inside. I'm feeling the feet and feeling the minds. Running the streets, dodging the signs. Run from the heat, stay with the iron. How killing me, that's not a crime. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. Fully auto with the chopper, make a oppa drop up. That's the same shit that send a nigga straight to lock up. That's the system put in place they use to try to stop us. The same system put in place that niggas always fall for far from where I was. Guns, drugs, 12, come run, but I'm still a felon. If I fuck up, then I'm done. Where I'm from, niggas that don't tough up, get stomped on, and niggas that get looked at as a target get locked on. I ain't going back to jail, that's a thought. 5 years later, all that jail talk is just a flashback. Digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, go on a run if it's 12 on his ass. Load up the chopper if they tryna clash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash. I've been sending away the feelings inside. I'm feeling the feet and feeling the minds. Running the streets, dodging the signs. Run from the heat, stay with the iron. How killing me, that's not a crime. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I've been sending away the feelings inside. I'm feeling the feet and feeling the minds. Running the streets, dodging the signs. Run from the heat, stay with the iron. How killing me, that's not a crime. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5.
bring, bring. You my main thing, turn around, bang, bang. Hit the beach in LA like you a beach ball. Me and you in a Lambo truck, you started up and skirt off. Park at the park by the mansion, take your skirt off. For me, can't wait to get all up inside of it. My heart is racing every time I'm tasting it. Waiting till the drugs fade out. Make love when I'm faded, that's because I wanna feel it. Girl, you give me the best feeling. Yeah, I scare you the best, take away stress, allow me to die when I'm a mess. Ring, you hear me calling. You know ain't no drama. Do you hear me calling? Do you hear me calling? You know ain't no drama. Not a fire alarm. Do you hear me calling? Do you hear me calling? You know ain't no drama. I just want you, my darling. Ring, do you hear me calling? You know ain't no drama. Ring, do you hear me calling? You know ain't no drama.
Earn your degree faster at Purdue University Global. With over 175.
Your hands, everybody! If you
Everything is, 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 everything is net. Look how I finesse with the left. I do it the best. Everything is swish. Know I got a check. Flip.
Don't get off the hit. Drinking it right at the bitch. Pop little bitch for the bomb. Grabbing you right at the bitch. Pop out, he can't get my number. I cover him as soon as he bitch. Headed to East LeBron. I did not come to play with you. Don't get no fuck out of hit. I'm drinking it right at the bitch. Pop little bitch for the bomb. I'm grabbing you right at the bitch. Pop out, he can't get my number. I cover as soon as he pitches. Headed to East LeBron. I did not come to play with you. Indian have 40 inches. Head to toe, we get expensive. Cartier lens for my vision. I see fake niggas pretending. You burnt, you ran out of minutes. Your hoe come run and get lit. President of the bad bitches. They salute the kid like lieutenant. Get fishing on jail, dripping on sale. Rocking some shit that I can't even spell. Louis my shell, new money trail. My F offended, your F is for real. I feel like a soldier. Pop off your tongue like a roller. Water sound like it's a polar. Ice on the joker, my bitch look older. She shake her ass like she came from the nose. He a dog, got it pop. I ain't fighting it all, no. I just tell that I'm all. Fuck it, I buy it all. I want it. Shit on you like a star. We the youngest involved. Lost my voice, me the hall. Don't get no fuck out of here. Drinking it right at the bitch. Pop little bitch for the bomb. Crapping you right at the bitch. Pop out, he can't get my number. I cover him as soon as he bitch. Headed to East LeBron. I did not come to play with you. Don't get no fuck out of here. I'm drinking it right at the bitch. Pop little bitch for the bomb. I'm crapping you right at the bitch. How about he can't get my number? I cover as soon as he pitches. Headed to East LeBron. I did not come to play with you. Can't wait for a minute and patient, go get it. I need it, my fingers is itching. Vacation I'm living, got so many Benjamins, they think I'm getting it printed. I came with them racks, you did. This OG you smoking on me. Still living in your mama crib. You can't even come for the kids. Smoking dope, Louboutin pump. Bloody walking, you just bleed once a month. I'm in that ghost, you can set it with 100. I walk in your trap and I do what I want.
That's a wrap of that. What's going on, YouTube? You already know it's your boy J-Lo, back at it like a blunt, back at it like I never left. It's been 2 weeks since I posted at least a 2K video, so I feel like, you know what? Today will be the day I make that move. Y'all know the vibes. Hopefully I don't get fucking copyrighted. That's the goal. If I do, it was nice knowing y'all. But anyway, what intrigued me in the league now, just in case y'all don't know, for starters, y'all saw me got dicked down by Giannis. Just in case y'all don't know, Eastern Western Conference Player of the Month was Giannis and James Harden. Also, there was a trade going on, which just happened, I believe, yesterday. Jeff T got traded back to Atlanta Hawks for Allen Crabbe, and I think Trevon Graham went over there. Do I feel the trade? No. But what it seems like with Atlanta, I believe Jeff Teague and Trevon Graham is on a 1-year contract left. So basically, just to get expired contracts out of the way. So I'm assuming that's what they're going to do. And plus, they do need a backcourt, or at least a decent point guard. You know, when Jeff Teague is resting on the bench, injured, whatever the case might be. And I know with Timberwolves, their goal is to get D'Angelo Russell. I heard that D'Angelo Russell and Cat is good friends, and I can't see Andrew Wiggins being in a fucking Golden State system. That's just me. And then them trading for Cat for D'Angelo, I think Minnesota's gonna want more. But then again, Cat just signed a contract with Minnesota, so these next 4 years, the goal is to persuade Cat that Minnesota can get somewhere. And Wiggins is kind of playing up to his potential. Mind that in the next 2 years, he will be considered in his prime. So just giving y'all a little heads up with that. But most importantly, like I said, these two teams right here really intrigue me. I believe a month ago I talked about Miami. How they surprised us playing well this year. Just in case y'all don't know, Miami is second place in the C, 28-12, and I believe it was the first teams to get Philadelphia their first home loss. I think Milwaukee and somebody else. And OKC, based off the trade from with Russell Westbrook and things of that nature, y'all already know about that. I didn't think they was gonna make the playoffs, but they're doing pretty well being the 7th seed, 23-18. So I'm happy for them as well too. Without further ado, let me see the jerseys good to go. Let me double check. Alrighty, y'all take it away. But before I do start, I know I just said take it away. Excuse me for that. I gotta do a couple things around the house, including I gotta take a shit. So for the first half, more than likely, I'm not gonna be talking, which is a good thing for y'all. So that's more of a blessing. So I'm gonna let y'all do y'all. Like I said, sit back and enjoy the show. Take it away, man.
Welcome back to another episode of NBA
Hello,
2K
gorgeous.
TV.
I got this tongue for you. What's up?
Sports analyst. He's also known as a sports guy.
And which is the Bill
he's
Russell man?
literally
I don't
written
fucking
the book
remember.
of
Maybe
basketball.
season 3,
So, as a
4.
sports fan, you probably
Fuck.
come across something produced by Bill Simmons. And we are so excited to have him back this year as a guest commentator for NBA 2K20. Chris and I sat down with him during one of his recording
He was here
sessions.
on 19? I think he's introduced on 19, right? Didn't he come on 19?
Basketball Encyclopedia, Bill Simmons. Bill, no one loves the game like you. It's so great to
I love his voice, Kevin Harlan voice.
Welcome back to 2K TV, Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your
He made a
nickname,
book, too.
But if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
And Bill, of the championships you've watched the
How
Celtics
many-
win, do you have a favorite?
For the last 30 years?
1984.
One in 08. I think
Last
just
time
one,
you were on
right,
the
y'all?
show,
30?
you said
No, it
you
said
were
30.
really excited to see the reaction of your younger colleagues
No,
at
what
the
the
Ringer
fuck?
and
Yeah.
their
They won in
reaction to
08?
being on
I know they won in the, damn. Was it just
I never
one?
told
Fuck, my math is off
anybody, and I
today.
would just get, you're on that game. I was playing and your voice came up. I got freaked out. But I had people
Probably
who
fucking
liked it.
three
They
or
thought
two.
it was fun and it was like
Look
a
like
fun
it's 3.
wrinkle.
What's your son think about it? He's about the age of where he
Well,
can
then again,
start
it's
playing
2020,
2K.
so
He was
20 years,
most
that's what I,
impressed
yeah,
that
maybe it
his
was just
friends
one.
were impressed.
It was.
Ooh,
What team the
that's
Bill was a
always
fan
great,
of? I don't
right?
fucking know.
That's
So-
what you want to get to.
Yeah, his whole thing was like, all right, Dad.
Damn, I'm
I
off.
did
Fuck.
something half decent. My son's name is Ben Simmons, which is funny. So he was able to create a Ben Simmons that could actually shoot.
Oh.
So that was
I'm dead. Expose him.
It was like a big thing for him. Was make sure he's a good three-pointer because the other Ben Simmons can't shoot.
Well, in NBA 2K, you can have a My Team where you can pick any 5 players in any era. So what would your My Team be?
Magic and Larry, Curry, Kevin McHale, and Giannis. That's a great team. I got McHale posting up. I can get Giannis on fast breaks with Magic. That'd be
I like
nice.
that team.
Yeah.
Well, you've been writing as long as 2K has been in business. And the NBA Desktop won an Emmy. That's awesome.
We did.
You were talking about like
Was
the
it
next
Kobe?
step in your career.
Kobe
is
was on 18,
helping
right?
People find out what they want to do.
Was it Garnett? Garnett. I'm going with Garnett.
Seeing
He was
that
Garnett.
come to life with The Ringer.
Yeah, and that started with 30 for 30 initially, like just being a part of a team. And then we had that again with Grantland. And then The Ringer has a lot of the Grantland DNA, obviously. But I think when you can build the right infrastructure of people behind the scenes who know what they're doing and can kind of target people who have talent and then put them in a position to succeed, and then they actually put it together, that's the sweet spot. We've been able to help a lot of people, and they've made a huge difference for us. So that's like probably my favorite thing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the 2KMC here with what's
Which
happening in the neighborhood. Showing up on screen are your 2K Compete events for the next
You
couple
know what?
of weeks.
Fuck y'all. I missed too many. I told y'all, let me go handle my business. Y'all sit back and enjoy the show. I'll still be watching through my phone and shit, but I ain't gonna really be commentary.
Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldrich will join us momentarily from the sidelines. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective
talk about
field
him in
goal
a minute,
percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Robinson is out there with Myers Leonard. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the 1. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Ferguson in at the 3, the small forward. Halfway through the season, Brent, as a team, are you still discovering new ways to win?
Yeah, I would say if you had a set of encyclopedias, when you get to around January, you should be in the MN section, Kevin. So do people know what encyclopedias are? But
I can picture in my mind. I know exactly what you're saying.
So from that point on in the season, you have a great foundation to build on, and there's a lot of things that you can do that are just slight wrinkles to what it is you already do, and that's the great thing for coaches, is to challenge the players to see how far through that encyclopedia we can go. What letter could we get to in the alphabet by the end of the year?
And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. Adams right side. Back to Gallinari. Just 5 to shoot. Over Leonard. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Passes it to Nunn. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
Yeah, even when it comes to matchups where it looks like one side should be the clear favorite, those brief 2-game series often end 1-1. I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
Paul kicks to Adams. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
That free throw good from Gallinari.
And Brett, even though the Thunder have come up short in recent years, they are looking to the future as their time.
Well, interesting the way that Sam Presti went about his business in the offseason, trading away Russell Westbrook and then collecting so many draft picks. I can't even count them, but what a great way for them to rebuild and revamp in Oklahoma City.
Gallinari hits them both. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Now here's Leonard. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Butler kicks to Robinson. Top of the key. That one a little long. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Raptors.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
Maybe should have. The score doesn't indicate just how well they competed in that game. For the majority of it, they look like the better team.
Now here is Robinson following the shot by Chris Paul. Heat moving the ball around. Outside Robinson. Leonard trying to break free, and it's Butler missing.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Gallinari on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Adams outside. Shot clock at 6. Over Adebayo. And they'll keep possession. And it's the Heat on the break. Butler with the ball. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
And it's Paul missing. The Heat trail by 6. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Leonard. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And the pass to Ferguson. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, that's a guy out there in Steven Adams that you just have to pay attention to. Every night he's going to bang around the opposing big guys and be a threat around the rim to score and pick up offensive rebounds.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there.
And here's a look at the stats for Dennis Schroeder. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Hero, no good.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Nader's shot's good.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Miami Heat. 11-point game. A minute 20 left in the first quarter. They get it back. And Olynyk kicks to Dragic.
Under foul. That's his first personal foul.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dishes to Jones. Shoots over Schroeder.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Jones, no luck. And that one's good. Schroeder.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And the Heat call time here. And you watch Dennis Schroeder. You can see how deadly Brent he can be when he's locked in.
Well, he accepted the role in Oklahoma City about coming off the bench and trying to be a spark plug for Schroeder. It's really about consistency, Kevin.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the first. Hero, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Diallo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Olynyk.
And every season, the Thunder continue to be one of the more dominating teams on the glass.
You just wonder how much Steven Adams has been the catalyst for that kind of mentality. We know that offensively he's always in there to grab rebounds, but it's part of what they know is important in any possession is collecting the ball.
That free throw, no good. And he can't hit the second. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Good ball movement here by Miami. Jones looking for an opening. Here's Hero. And again, it's the Heat missing. Here's Nader. And Jones sends it back. From deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Right back after this break. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about where all that started.
It's been a sort of long relationship, you know, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D. Wade have all really got really close. And that stems from the time with the Olympics, USA teams, and then just sharing a lot of the same likes and values and having kids and family and different things like that.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Johnson is out there with Olynyk. Then there's Dragic, and it's Hero in at the 2. Now here's Johnson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Over Muscala. That's it, and the Oklahoma City leaders cut down to 9 in the bucket from Johnson.
Just a nice job of sniffing one out right there. Would love to see Johnson try to get a few more of those freebies.
Schroeder passes to Baisley, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Dragic. 17 points for him last game against San Antonio. Here's Hero. 6 on the shot clock. The tray. The shot. No good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Baisley passes to Schroeder. Three-pointer. And no good that time. And it's Miami the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
see me too AFK for long. That's what happens. Haha.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several All-Star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
I think that's fair.
We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage. And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor. Exactly. And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt. Here's Paul, following the score by James Johnson. Teardrop shot. The shot misses. The Heat trail by 7. Pass to Adebayo. Heat moving the ball around. Nunn passes to Johnson. Outside Butler. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Paul outside. It's good from long range. Paul's got 5.
A good three-point shooter a few years back. Paul's turned himself into a great one. Important to do later in your career.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Saturday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trailblazers. Then on Monday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Houston Rockets.
And for that game against the Hawks, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
It's stolen by Adebayo. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Here's Nunn following the basket by Chris Paul. Pass to Adebayo. Outside Butler. High post shot, and he hits the jump shot. Butler's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
Passes it to Gallinari. Right at the free throw line. Yep, that one goes in there.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
The kick outside to Butler. Count it. Butler's got 4 this quarter.
And you got to love seeing Butler pull up from here. His jumper is a big part of his offensive game.
Paul outside. Unloads from 13. And it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got his first basket of the night.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Butler from outside. That doesn't go either for Butler. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Paul. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Ferguson's checked in. And then for Miami, Leonard, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Derek Jones in for Robinson. Here's Paul. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto.
It felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you could tell, takes pride in that part of the game.
It's hauled in by the Heat.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And so it's Oklahoma City with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, hot start, cool finish. What happened out there?
Well, we came out with a lot of energy, but in the second quarter, it died down a little bit. You know, it's real. Everybody's very excited. You know, our team's excited, their team's excited, officials excited, you know what I mean? So we just got to calm down and play a little bit.
And I'm excited. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 10. And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch, barbecue chicken alert, make good entry passes. That led to some good looks, obviously a lot of points. When you control the paint, Ernie, you control the game.
I was the master of controlling fight paint. Shaquille O'Neal.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
Poor efficiency on offense. That's what jumps out at me. You aren't going to win many games shooting under 35%. Bad shot selection, too much one-on-one play, not finishing with authority. Now, these are correctable errors. They could choose to come out in the second half and completely flip that script.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side. My brother.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Gallinari. What a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
The Heat trail by 10. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Ferguson in at the small forward. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Now, here is Robinson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Clock at 4. Here's Leonard, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Leonard's got it back down to within single digits for the Heat. The Thunder shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Paul goes in. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Paul's got 9.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Butler. That one goes in.
And they're passing the ball very crisply
All right,
here.
I'm really officially back now.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
Go to sleep.
Here's the lob to Adams, and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And while we've got a second here, now let's take a look at the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA, and find out who the steal leaders are. 5th, Jimmy Butler.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And here are the Heat now. Danilo Gallinari, unable to get his last shot to go. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Nunn. Trying to get open is Adebayo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
So what I want to say about Miami, OKC. Let me start with Miami. Like I said before in the past, Miami's been playing very well. Like I said, they're in the second seed. And I already told y'all in the past, when it comes to Eric Spoelstra, when it comes to player development, he does a fantastic job of doing it. Coach Nunn came along, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Bam, I don't know how to say his last name. So they coming along. I still think they still missing a corner piece, maybe another star, another option. I also think this. I don't think Miami's going to go to the finals.
First free throw is good. And Brent, with the corner three
Drops
being
can drop
such a
20 off the
popular
bench.
shot, should
Jimmy
we consider
does
widening
Jimmy,
the court, making
the
it
key role
all
player step
feel
up.
the same?
That's an
Miami will
interesting
be fine
question,
this year,
Kevin. There's been some
as
talk
you can see so
around
far.
the idea of actually
And like I said, Justin
dissipating
Winslow
that
supposed to be
three-point
back too.
line into the
Is he back? I don't
sideline.
think
Yeah,
he's
I
back
really
yet,
just
but
wanted to say dissipating.
he's
by
a
the
nice
way.
corner
Well,
piece
and you
as
said it
well.
well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we
shall
went
see.
back to
OKC
speeding
based
up
off the trade.
the lane line, back to the
Yes,
original
OKC got a
George
bunch of
Mikan
draft
days
picks, I believe,
of the lane being
Clippers,
6 feet wide, rather than what
Houston.
we see today at 12 feet.
So
that would put
OKC
a ton
is
more
just
value on post-up and
working what they
two-point
have.
play.
Like I said, they got
almost
shit to
so
play
much
with
as
these
the
next 2
3-point
years
shot
as well.
and the 2-point shot in the post equate to
And like
the
I said,
same
I'm not
amount
mad at
of
Russell
points
for
per
leaving
possession.
OKC.
The Thunder shooting their
Like I
fifth
said,
and sixth free
Carmelo had
throws
left.
of the game.
And then Paul George is like, what has killed me the most with Paul George, much as I've been Dick Rider Clippers a lot. But just a simple fact, you asked for advice and made a whole documentary, where should I go? And then, you know, D-Wade even gave you advice as well about it. Then you went to OKC and then you basically just opted out and left. I'm not mad at Russell.
And the
leaving.
first one at the line
You
is
know,
good.
I've been here for 11 years
And
with
the
OKC.
first few
you know, I did the
seasons
best of my ability.
in the NBA, not
We got
an
to
easy
finals
time
once,
for Terrence
and, you know,
Ferguson.
it is what it is.
The
It's
Young
time to
Wings
move
have their
forward.
ups and downs, but the
So like I
franchise
said,
still
overall, I'm
very
not mad
much
at Russell for
believes
honestly.
in his talent.
I probably would have loved too if somebody put a bitch move like that. Already got one nigga, KD in the cut already did that.
So he makes 1 of 2 as
So
the
I
second
got
one
enough
misses.
for nigga Paul George doing that.
And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson
Not
has
only
already
that, but,
made big strides.
Yes, I like the pieces they got,
The
like,
shot and consistency.
Chris
will
Paul
come,
been healthy,
but
that's
the
for
fans
starters.
will
That's
have to
shocking,
be
right,
patient.
people?
None passes to Dragic.
Then a Schroeder, I like the
Off
guy
target with his
too.
three.
It's funny about him
Hand
because
up
I
in
remember
your
a few years
face
ago he
makes
was talking
such a
about
difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there.
how
to
he
defend.
wanted to be
Nader
that
kicks the
guy, but then you went to OKC mind that you wasn't
The
going to start
basket
over
going
Russell. So I didn't
Off
understand that
target
point
from
right
three-point
there.
range. The Heat trail
What
by
else
8.
can I throw on the table? I never said his name
Dragic,
right.
looking
Shy
for an opening.
Alexander, whatever buddy name is, the little point guard was kind of two now OKC.
And
I still wish he
Adams
stayed in
sends it
Clippers.
back.
Somebody else said the same thing as well to me. But I had told him at the end of the
Gallinari
day,
dishes
you know,
to Paul.
sometimes you got to make sacrifices to get places.
Pulls up on the elbow.
I'm pretty sure Clippers would have loved to cap him,
Second
but you know,
chance
just
effort.
win,
And there's
you
the
know.
nice layup
Get
by
Paul George, you know,
Adams.
you got to do what you got to do.
Adams has got his second bucket tonight.
The motor right
Garnard
now
is going to be
for
Garnard.
Steven Adams is humming
Steve
on the
Adams
glass,
going to be
getting
Adams.
after
You
it.
know, get your
Timeout
little double-double.
call, the
Garnard
Heat.
give you good 18, 19 points after
And
the
you
little
look
stretch
at the
four.
way Steven Adams has developed
Terrence
his
Ferguson,
offense
we'll see what he
the
does.
last
I
few
mean, he's pretty
years.
nice
It's been a
athletic.
huge
Like I
boost
said, OKC got
for
pieces
this
to play
team.
with.
It has always been a great
Like I said, they're not giving up Chris Paul, but it seems like they want Chris Paul to be the leader of the team for these next
in terms of
couple
scoring.
years. I know people talked about, oh, you know, send Russell to Miami or send Chris Paul to Miami. Nah. If we send him to Miami, I don't think Kendrick Nunn would be stepping up. And like I said, Eric Spoelstra is pretty good at player development. And to get it helps them now, Miami, OKC right now, Miami is winning 26-21. 4 minutes off in the first quarter. What about Nerlens Noel? I like Nerlens Noel too. Which is even more hilarious going to Philadelphia. I still think Jimmy should stay in Philly. Like I said before in the past stream.
For the Thunder,
From the old
for Gallinari. Diallo comes in for Terrence Ferguson.
Honestly, I feel like Jimmy
Dennis
should have given
Schroeder
another year.
subbed in
Like
for
I said,
Chris
that was
Paul.
only one
Heat
basket
also
shot
the sub. Jones is checked
from the
in.
finals. I kept saying Eastern
And
Conference,
with Adams
but
in his offense,
it was one
you
basket
forget
away
how young
from
he is.
being in the
Big men,
NBA
sometimes
finals.
they just take a little longer
And
to find
I know
their
his goal
path
is to
in
win.
the NBA. And
I don't know what he
Adams has
sees in
certainly
Miami,
found
but
his. I remember
one thing I know about Jimmy
him
Butler
mostly
is
to screen and
based on
rebound
playing him
when
in
he was a rookie, but look
Minnesota,
how far
he really wants
his
to
game
be
has come.
that guy. He showed as well in Philly. He
And
wants
so
to be
is
that
Jones.
number one
He'll bring it up
option.
for the
And
Miami
which was
Heat.
fine in the playoffs, you know.
Since halftime,
He did
they've
step
only
up
allowed
for
5
Philadelphia,
points.
which I was
It's
proud
hauled
of.
in by Adams.
My thing is, I would have
Thunder
given him
leading by 10.
one more year or 2 years.
The Heat
And after
making
that,
a
it was
switch
good.
here. Johnson's checked in.
The team was pretty solid, honestly. But like I said, just based off his personality, like I said, I know he wants to be that number one person. Now he sees in Philadelphia, Miami.
Oklahoma City moving the ball
Like I said,
around.
I guess, but like I said, they've been playing
Kicks
really
to
well.
Nader. Pass to Diallo.
And even more funny part about Philadelphia, I'm about to bring up my
He
Noel.
averages a bit over 6 points a game.
It's funny how they knew he was going to get Joel Embiid the next
Oklahoma
following
City needs to
year.
get off a shot.
So for the
Here's
Charles
Adams.
drafted Noel.
And he hits it just before the
And then y'all
shot clock
drafted the
expires.
year out there with Joel, and then
Adams
after
has
that
got
you
4
drafted
points in the
Jaleel.
quarter.
And I still think Jaleel's a good player.
They're dissecting
He just need to be
defense
put in the
and
right
creating
system,
those
you know?
high percentage looks from inside.
1:24 left in the third.
Like I said, I don't know why they did that. You know, that could have been something else.
Dragic left side.
Then I drafted Markel
From out of the
Fultz.
wing, he knocks it down.
Now he's doing well in
Phenomenal
Orlando, so
shot
I'm
by
happy for
Dragic
that.
there that left
Just shit
the
like
team
that. I feel
feeling
like you Philadelphia
helpless
could have
on
utilized
the
the draft
possession.
picks better. 2013, what they could have got?
Shooter passes
Who
to
came out
Scott.
2013? Ah, shit, I don't fucking
Adams
remember.
with it.
I guess they could. No, I think Victor was already drafted. I think Victor was fourth?
He kicks to Schroeder.
They could have got somebody else, you know what I'm saying. 2015,
Uses
they
the
could have
glass to
got.
finish the layup.
Well, we've
To
seen
be honest,
that
I don't remember
movie
the
a few
draft. I had to
times,
look at
haven't
it. But the
we?
point
An easy
is, they could have
bucket
got a
in
little
the
more
paint.
better
The
pieces.
Heat trail by 12. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Back to Jones. Johnson, the pass to Dragic.
The shot. We need those.
No good
Oh, you
off the
suck,
back of the
Dragic.
rim.
Not a
I
bad
would just
shot
praise
from
you.
mid-range.
Yeah, he's
He's giving
inconsistent,
it to
too.
him, and he's usually
That's
got
what I'm saying. If
high
he could just be
in
well
that
as a
kind of
six
range.
man, that'd be
The
great.
pressure
help
he
for
put
Miami,
on
man.
that shot forced the miscue.
Those are
I like
all
Derrick
the
Jones
little
as
things
well. That nigga
about
been booming
effort there.
shit.
He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here's Jones. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Yeah, opposing coaches telling their defenders be more physical with Dragic. That time he took advantage and doesn't mind getting knocked around a bit in there.
They get it back. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his first personal.
Who sleeves at Adams?
The Thunder have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so
Also,
far.
y'all, FYI,
And
probably
how
gonna say this
about
towards
as
the
a
end of the stream
group,
as well.
80%
Tomorrow
on the
is to
season,
play Apex.
one of their
Apex got a
best
game mode with his
attributes.
third person. So I'm gonna try that out, stream that for y'all, see how y'all feel about that.
They throw good, Adams.
Steven Adams does all of the dirty work. I mean, all of it, Kevin. A defensive anchor and continues to play with tremendous energy on a nightly basis.
No good on the second free throw. Dragic with it. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Oklahoma City. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working
Come
for
on,
them.
Miami, step it
And
up.
we'll be back with you shortly.
Damn, Steve Allen blocking out shit.
Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Exert yourself by being disciplined and focused on the right stuff. All right, good job. Let's go.
Words of praise from Billy Donovan asking them to stay locked in, make good choices.
Yeah, and when all 5 of these guys are on the same page, great things tend to happen. So let's see if that continues.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. The backcourt, Dragic and Butler. Jones is out there with Myers Leonard, and it's Adebayo in at the 5 spot. Now here's Dragic. From the arc. Burton grabs the miss.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Great D that time from Leonard. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. They trail by 11. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Could we say Dragic has deceptive strength? Showed a little bit off right there getting to the basket.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Looking at who's out there
Yes,
now for
sir.
the Thunder. Gallinari, he's checked in for Adams. And Ferguson subbed in for Burton. Free throw drops for Goran Dragic. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Unreal.
I tell you what, Butler is a physical dunker. I mean, he takes his craft seriously. I just love watching this guy take off.
Here's Schroeder.
He made that?
And
Yes,
no
sir.
good. And it's Miami the other way. That's a 2 from
Come on,
Butler.
Jimmy.
Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Make those,
Oklahoma
bro.
City leading by 6. Here's Ferguson. Kicks it out to Schroeder. To the inside. The shot by Beasley, no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one. There's so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter and he drains the triple.
Outside Dragic lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Gilgeous Alexander finds Schroeder. Back to Gilgeous Alexander. Over Adebayo. Gilgeous Alexander can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 7. Here's
Come on, Jimmy.
Butler. And that's
Dunk
good.
that bitch next
Robinson
time.
picking up the assist. Robinson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Gilgeous Alexander passes to Beasley. There's the dish to Schroeder.
You rocking New Balances?
Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Leonard.
Yeah.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept him
making that?
from pulling ahead.
And it's Butler
Bad
missing.
shot selection.
Oklahoma City leading by 5. Here's
Come on,
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
Fouled in the act of
And
shooting.
one.
Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Mike Muscala is checked in for Oklahoma City. Paul comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And Miami with a change here too. Nunn's checked in.
One shot.
The Heat trail by 8. They get a hand on it, and that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Pass to Leonard, 6 to shoot.
That fade.
Over Paul.
It went the other direction.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
You can't make a fade over Chris Paul. What are y'all doing?
Was their biggest lead in the game. Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Ferguson, guarded by Robinson. Adebayo against Gallinari. Just 4 to shoot.
Ferguson wide open.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Both teams are idiots.
The Heat trail by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Nunn, defended by Paul. Got a piece of it.
Go Chris Paul, don't
and
stop.
It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
Yeah.
5 to shoot. Butler against Gallinari.
And it's always great to see Gallo play that kind of defense, stepping up to the challenge.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth. Now Butler. Adebayo kicks to Leonard. Another shot. It's hauled in by Adams. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Thunder. 10-point lead. Gallinari attacking. No good there. Great D that time from Leonard.
That's so easy.
Here's the teardrop.
Why would you float it?
No good that time. Now Oklahoma City
Go
takes
back
it the
up
other way. Adebayo with the bucket.
You don't want to ever give up points on the board.
That's why
the
y'all
lesson
field goal
for
is
the
terrible.
team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Now
Y'all had shot more shots and still didn't make. Yeah, y'all still make more than
They're
them.
in front by 8.
Hey, shoot more, but don't make
106
more than
left
the
in
other
the
team.
game. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Steven Adams.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it.
Okay.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alder.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And Butler, someone you got to stay with in that pick and roll. All he needs is a little space, and he is ready to fire.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second
Get out the paint,
violation.
idiot.
One shot.
And the technical free throw is good.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
And the Thunder with the possession here. And here's Diallo. Lock at 6. Passes it to Burton. Jacks up a 3. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Okpala.
We're going to pull that?
Chris Paul grabs the miss.
And I'm not sure
Get your ass
that
out
is a
before.
shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. You know, it was just our defense. You know, obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
What the fuck? Let me check the stats. Alrighty. 33%, 0. Y'all made no fucking threes? They did better in free throws. They had more fast break points in the paint, more second chance. They had bench points, okay. Better offensive rebound. You had steals and blocks, turnover points, time possession, and two. Such a disappointment. I think I'm gonna end it right here. Alright, you guys. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Sorry about the likes. I had shit to do. Thumbs up if you're new to the channel. Y'all know the vibes. Tell your friends how garbage I am, how the stream, how this channel is ass. I don't care what you do. But before I do go, like I said, tomorrow is the plan, the goal, the vibes, the moves is to do Apex. Tomorrow for the next 2 days, they're gonna have like a third person game mode, so I definitely want to try that out. See how that goes. Hopefully it goes pretty well. If not, like I said, we all will find out tomorrow. Everybody be smooth and stay blessed.